Because I was trying to fuck around with and I was like, I can't palm this. Like, do I have to be able to palm it?
So yeah, go ahead. You talk about Jordan.
Palming is actually a skill.
Mm-hmm. I have a kind of a dumb question. Do you guys have big hands? Is it easy for you? Like, can anyone palm?
This is not a dumb question. We ask this all the time.
Yeah.
So Isaiah, you can do, I don't know if you guys can see this for the viewers. Isaiah probably has, I don't know, maybe half an inch at each of his fingers of length. And so that does help. I mean, you would know better than I would, but
because I was trying to fuck around with and I was like, I can't palm this. Like, do I have to be able to palm it?
So yeah, go ahead. You talk about Jordan.
Palming is actually a skill. If you look up Jordan Kilgannon's TikTok, we were at dunk camp and we had a, what was the name that we called it?
I don't know. It's something absurd probably.
Yeah.
You're already going to get flamed in the comments. We might as well just go all the way with it.
We called it like palm off or something like that. And we would grab a basketball.
Yeah, so imagine a basketball here. It'd be like this.
And then you just try to pull away. And then whoever has stronger hands can pull the basketball away.
Yeah.
Jordan Kilgannon had the smallest hands at the camp out of all the dunkers and basketball players. And he just shit on everybody.
Are his hands smaller than both of yours?
Yeah. My hands are
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so I should be able to palm the basketball.
You should, based on how big your hands are, you should be able to
that gives me hope.
So it's also different too, because most times we're not palming the ball and swinging it. Like our hand's not over top of the ball and swinging it. Like that's really hard to do regardless of how big your hands are. You'd have to have dinner plate hands. But this is it. Yeah, this is it. Jordan would mess people up at this. He just literally can rip it out of his hand. And Travis, the other kid, Travis, we coach him.
Yeah.
Travis his hands are giant. He can palm the hell out of a ball. But Jordan's hands were smaller, but his grip is just so incredible with that ball. He could just pull it out of his hands.
That's so interesting that it's a skill.
Yep.
You literally just sit there all day as much as you want, just palm a basketball.
Yeah.
And eventually your grip's going to get crazy.
But there's also knowing how to, and Isaiah taught me this, moving your hand around the ball is really important in doing trick dunks or finishing dunks. So if I'm gonna jump, right, and I want to swing the ball in my arms, I'm gonna keep my hands under the ball. If I kept my hand on top of the ball and swung upwards, the ball's obviously gonna fall out no matter who you are.
Yeah.
And so whether it's a windmill or something else, you always want to keep the ball opposing the direction of the inertia of the ball, right? Because if the ball is trying to go, backwards and my hand's on the other, on the wrong side of it, the ball's going to fly out of my hand.
Yeah.
And so it's really important to kind of understand that. And there's drills and things that you can do as well. A lot of people don't know this, but when you just want to do a one-hander, you have to push the ball into your right hand and keep your right hand on top of if you're dunking with your right hand, you use your left hand to push the ball into the opposite hand. And that's how you keep your hand on top of it and finish dunks pretty easily.
I have a video on YouTube. It's called Learn Dunk Technique. Yeah. And it's all ball handling type drills. And you literally just mess around with them and it teaches you how to use momentum, how to move the ball around your body.
Yeah.
And it teaches you how to finish dunks super well, how to transfer the ball properly, and you can get super consistent with those dunks.
Power Project family, how's it going? Now, on this podcast, we talk all about recovery, which is why 8 Sleep are the beds that we sleep on. Now, 8 Sleep is the Tesla of beds. Not only does it track your heart rate, your HRV, your tosses and turns, it also tracks how long you've been in each sleep cycle, and the mattress does something amazing. It changes its temperature through the night to make sure that in each sleep cycle, you're getting the optimum sleep for you. Now, I know you guys are interested in checking them out, so head to 8sleep.com/powerproject, and you'll automatically be able to save $150 off of your Pod Pro cover or your Pod Pro cover and mattress combo. Check them out. Enjoy the video.
Wow.
That's something I never understood until you get into those really high level dunks. For me, it was natural to do a one-hander, but then as I got to a windmill or an East Bay, which is between the legs, those dunks are increasingly difficult. And so those little nuances that you don't notice when you're just doing a one-hander or two-hander make a huge difference when you're trying to go between your legs, or in his case, go behind your back and then between your legs, and then while spinning, having your hand in the right position and pushing the ball the correct way at the right time is really, really important. One of the biggest mistakes people make at dunking off the dribble is that they don't do what he was saying earlier, and that's punch the ball upwards. Because it's some guys will walk up and they'll just kind of keep it between their legs and just jump, and then they bring the ball upward. But it's really important to time that up with what is his block foot and drive the ball upward at the right time, because it gives you a little jolt of momentum off the floor, and it helps you convert your horizontal momentum to vertical momentum. So knowing those little nuances goes a long way for someone who's might be close or have the vertical, or they're like, oh, but I can't palm the ball. You probably can still dunk if you can get, what do you think, your wrist over the rim?
Yeah, I would say like most of your hand, maybe like a couple inches down on your wrist.
And that's without being able to
Listen,
palm
I
it.
think I can do that, but I still can't dunk.
That's a skill. That's where you're lacking.
And you're
it. Yeah.
you're hitting your head on the rim sometimes, all the way to the point where you said you've had stitches and stuff, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you know which videos some of that might be? Or
Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, it's one of the videos I have pinned. It's jumping over two people.
hit your
on top
head
of
on
each
the
other.
rim.
Man,
Yeah.
it's just that's different types of problems, man.
We really haven't looked at enough of Isaiah's dunks because
haven't,
this is
dude.
disgusting.
This has to be an incredible feeling. You're at a high school.
Yeah.
This has got to be so cool. You can go to any high school in the country and pull this shit off, and people are going to flip out, right?
He hit his head right there.
It's honestly
my
one of the most
God.
surreal feelings ever, like that experience. And especially at dunk camp, you have everybody in that gym around you, and they're waiting for like this one moment. It lasts, the entire approach and jump lasts 1 second, but there's so much energy like that goes into it, and it's just like you're just ready to go, man. All the adrenaline and power is crazy.
Did that energy ever kind of cripple your legs a little bit? You ever have that happen?
In what way?
Like almost like I don't know, kind of knock the wind out of you a little bit, or make you feel
Overexcited.
nervous.
a little bit.
the transition was probably took a while to build up to where there's this many people fired up, but
Yeah. It happens like if I'm too overly nervous, like my legs will literally like start like shaking and stuff like that. And there's been times where I think I've gotten hurt because it was almost like too many of my muscle fibers were like firing at the same time. Like
Yeah.
my body felt like I weighed 1,000,000 pounds a couple times when I got in front of some big crowds, and it was really wild. I couldn't barely like move my legs, but after I calmed down, after a minute, I calmed down.
Yeah.
But it was
It's
hard to breathe.
What makes that really tough is like caffeine. Like I remember I did the dunk contest that I just did on Monday. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks, any of that stuff. The day of that contest, I drank an entire Bang energy drink. That's
Why?
It's 250 milligrams of caffeine in the morning. I did
it was a
the
lot.
dunks, went to the semifinals and finals in the afternoon, drank another Bang energy drink.
Dad, he didn't need that.
That went down. Then I was in the finals and I drank a cup of coffee.
That was my suggestion. I don't know
Yeah.
if I would do it again, but
I did really well in this dunk competition. They were interviewing me afterwards, and I was literally like, "What are they saying to me?" Like I couldn't. And I was like, it took like 2 days for my adrenaline to finally like calm down, and I was like,
you
not
might
as
still be
excited.
adrenalated from that singular session.
probably.
500 milligrams of caffeine.
Hey, I know you guys enjoyed the video, so like, comment, subscribe, and head to the Power Project Discord below. Talk to y'all later.